Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about the top 10 class setups in Warzone after all the most recent updates. So if you guys enjoy, make sure to go ahead and subscribe with notifications on. We're on the road to 60k, we're almost there, so I appreciate you guys so much. Can we get there very soon? That would be absolutely incredible. There is timestamps if you guys want to skip forward to any specific class setup, so you guys can just skip through the video and not waste any of your time. But without further ado, this is the first class. We've got the LC10. Now, on all SMGs, I want to quickly mention the sound suppressor did get a buff quite recently, and it is now the best SMG to use on SMGs. It basically increases your mobility, and you know, with an SMG, you're going to want that extra bit of mobility. We've got the Task Force barrel, we've got the 55 round mag, we've got the Serpent grip, and then we have the Raider stock. The Serpent wrap is a very good attachment. I use it on quite a lot of my SMGs because it just increases that ADS time and it's going to allow you to win a lot more gunfights. Next up in the video, we have my literal favourite class setup in the entire game at the moment, the XM4 close range build. Agency suppressor, task force, 45 round. If you guys want to, you can take off the sight. I do like to put a microflex LED on it because I don't like the iron sights, but if you guys want to, you can take off the microflex LED and stick on a Tiger Team spotlight instead. But personally for me, I just like to go ahead and use the microflex LED, but that is just my personal preference. It's up to you guys. Either or works. Next up, we've got the Mac 10, we've got the sound suppressor once again, task force, 53 drum, serpent grip, and then we got the no stock. The no stock attachment is a very good attachment on the Mac 10. It allows you to ready up your weapon, and it allows you to fire your weapon faster after you've been sprinting, which is a very, very good pro on your weapon. It will allow you to win a lot more gunfights because you're going to ready up your weapon faster than the enemy, and it's going to allow you to get that first shot on your enemy before they do. So this is definitely a very good class, and it's definitely one of my favourites at the moment. Now, it's a top 10 video. Of course, I had to include the AMAX. Everybody knows the AMAX is just insane. The AMAX is such a good class. It's just such a good weapon. Everyone loves the AMAX. It did get a nerf recently, but let's be real, what did the nerf actually do? Because I can't notice a single change if you ask me. So, mono suppressor, Zodiac, Commando, we got the 45 round mag and a VLK, pretty much the same as pretty much everyone uses at the moment. Everyone uses this sight, everyone uses this class, so there it is. Next up, we've got the Ram 7, once again, very good weapon at the moment. Ever since the most recent changes, this has definitely started to come into the meta. We've got the monolithic suppressor, the Ranger barrel, VRK, Commando, and then the 50 round mags. This weapon is very good. Pretty standard attachments for this class setup. Pretty much every single Modern Warfare assault rifle has these exact same attachments, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. It's very, very good if you want to partner it with a sniper. That's what I do whenever I use this. If I ever use the RAM, I always stick a sniper as my secondary because it's just such a good weapon to partner with a sniper. It's very good in pretty much any gunfights, close gunfights, long range gunfights, anything. Next up, we have the close range AK-47. This thing is ridiculous when it comes to high strafe speed. This has ridiculous strafe speed. Pretty much all the attachments on this increase the strafe speed. We've got the GRAU suppressor, which is pretty much needed. We've got the barrel, which increases the strafe speed. We've got the Tiger Team spotlight, which increases the movement speed whilst aiming down the sight. And then we got the stock, which also increases the movement speed whilst aiming down the sight and firing. And then of course we have the 45 round mag because you don't want to stick too big of a mag on it because it will decrease that mobility, and 45 bullets is plenty. So I recommend just sticking with the 45. You don't need 60, it's too much, it's going to slow you down a bit too much. So overall, just stick the 45 round on. Pretty much most weapons have a 45 round mag on. As you guys will see, on a lot of Cold War weapons, I use 45 mags instead of like the biggest one because it does slow down your mobility if you have a big mag on. So 45 bullets is plenty, but there it is. Ridiculous strafe speed, very, very good on Rebirth. I love it on Rebirth, it's very, very fun. Talking about classes on Rebirth, the next class is going to be another class that I absolutely love to use on Rebirth, and it is going to be the FFAR. The FFAR is incredible when it comes to strafe speed, mobility. It's got very good iron sights, very nice accuracy. It does have a bit more recoil than a typical weapon. It probably does have one of the highest recoil patterns on this video, and that is why it has to have a grip on it. So we've got the agency suppressor, or if you're playing Rebirth, suppressor. So if you play Verdansk on this weapon, use the agency, or if you play Rebirth, use the suppressor. That's what I do. So you guys can switch in between. And then we've got the Task Force barrel. Like I said, you do have to have a grip on this weapon. I can't really use this weapon without a grip. It does have a bit too much recoil compared to other weapons, so it does need a grip. We've got the 50 round mag, and then we've got the Raider stock for the increased mobility. Next in the video, we have a weapon that has definitely became part of the meta after the most recent changes, the PPSH. The PPSH, as you guys know, when it first came out, it was a pea shooter. It was terrible, no one used it, and it was incredibly weak. However, recently, they did give it a very big buff. They increased the damage, and overall, this weapon is now a very good weapon. I'm pretty sure they increased the damage in pretty much every single area of the body, so overall, this is a very good class. Insane mobility as well, as you can see in the bottom left. The mobility statistic is incredibly high. Next on the video, we're going to be talking about an OG. We got the GRAU, of course, the GRAU. The GRAU is an OG, as you guys know. Pretty much anyone can use this weapon. If you have the worst accuracy in the entire game, this class is going to sort that problem out, because it basically has no recoil. Obviously, it does have some recoil. There isn't such thing as no recoil, but if you control it, it's so easy to control. It's so easy. Anyone can use this. These are the attachments, pretty basic stuff. Probably everyone already knows these attachments, because this class, this build has been around for a long time, and it's been one of the best for a very long time too. Next up in the video, we've got the RPD. RPD, very underrated weapon in my opinion. I don't see anyone using this, like literally, I don't see anyone using this. I never see any YouTubers making the video on this, but this thing is actually low-key broken. And the reason for this is because the first 15 bullets in the magazine, there is recoil, it goes up very slightly, and then after that, the rest of the magazine literally doesn't move. And honestly, I don't know why people don't talk about this weapon more often. It's a very underrated weapon. This is the class setup, but yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. So if you guys did enjoy, please do be sure to subscribe. Leave a comment down below what your favourite class setup is. I'm very interested. Turn those notifications on as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.